Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Scotto's Garden, where the more we know, the better we grow. Zone 6, Urban Gardening. It's a beautiful, chilly day here in the Gym City. Little snow on the ground, but that's all right because we in the house germinating. It's February the 17th, and quite a few people ask me about my germination process and when and things like that. Well, this is it. As I said before, I like to start germinating things right after Valentine's Day, and to be more specific, things like my flowers, marigolds, and things like that, because they're really wonderful deterrent for other things and they help protect your fruit and vegetables. And I like to get them out there early because I want to bring on all those pollinators and stuff to my garden. The earlier that I can get those marigolds out there, the earlier that those pollinators will be coming and trying to pollinate everything. So this is my exact soil recipe and the exact conditions that I grow every single seed in. Everything from cucumber to okra to cannabis to watermelon, everything gets germinated this exact same way. The only difference is when. So here we go. Soil. Get you some peat moss. I like to use this Hydra peat moss. I've been using it for some time now, and it works really good. But get you some peat moss, and then get you some soil. This is the soil that I've used from previous seasons. I just take it right out the bucket. It's really nice when you're germinating seeds because it's really, really nutrient deficient, and we don't want to overwhelm our seeds with a whole bunch of nutrients and stun them in any kind of way. So you really want soil that's not super, super rich, nutrient rich. Not yet. The peat moss, you want the same exact amount, whatever container you use, however much that container holds the soil, you want that same exact amount of peat moss, and you want to mix them up together real good. And I have some right here. I've already pre-mixed this up really, really good. And now we're going to start adding our soil amendments to it. This is the first time we'll be using our dry soil amendments that we've been making all throughout the whole season. So here we go. First up, I got some bone meal. I don't measure too much. I like to just, get it on in there. Second, we got some eggshells. Get them eggshells, dump them on in there. Got our coffee grounds, nitrogen packed. We dump that on in there. That's going to be really good for the seedlings at first. Then we got our shellfish. We want to get that on in there. Once we've got it in there really good, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. This has already been pre-mixed up pretty good, so it's in there. I like to really use these Dixie cups or whatever cups, these styrofoam cups from the Dollar Tree, because they're really, really cheap and you get a bunch of them. It's crazy how gardening and the Dollar Tree really work well together because everything you really need for gardening is in that Dollar Tree. I promise you that. So you get you some cups, and once you've got the cups together, get you a marker and something to put some holes in the bottom of it. I have one of these things right here. It gets hot. It's like a pointer thing, and it really works for a lot of stuff in the garden. Walmart, $20, so I suggest you get you one. Grab one of our cups. Marigolds. Go ahead and get them labeled. Please don't waste your time thinking if you don't label it, you're going to remember. Save yourself a lot of time and hassle and go ahead and label it. Get whatever you're going to get to put some holes in the bottom. Bam, 3 quick holes. This heat stick thing is amazing, so I suggest you get one. Now we're going to put our soil in there. Get it in there good like that. And like I said, we're going to start with some marigolds. I like to use a pencil, and my general rule of thumb is eraser deep for all the seeds. Some of them can get pretty small, and we don't want to bury them too small. So I put them on there, push it down, eraser deep. Get another one, put it on there, push it down, eraser deep. Kind of cover it up a bit, and get a spray bottle. We like to use spray bottles because it doesn't add too much water, and the seed can kind of be held in place where it's at for the moment. We're going to water it again, but we don't want it to be wishing around and all that stuff. So once we've done this to a whole tray, get that together. We want to get them in our things. But first, you want to get you a tray. Now, I like to use these kind of trays right here because they work great. And you want to get you some cheap plastic trash bags. And if the tray has holes in it, slide it in the trash bag. And then put your cups right on top of it. It helps to really create a real humid environment that you can use, and your plants like it. Same thing here. If you want to get you a tray like that, that's fine. Put you a plastic thing on the bottom of it. If you want to use cardboard, if that's all you have, that works too. Put it in a plastic bag, put your cups in there. No matter what kind of tray you have. Here goes a little tray that I had, perfect for 6 cups. It's filled in, so I don't have to put the plastic on there. But all we're going to be doing is covering them up with domes. And I'll show you that in a second. So, this is the first way. You want to get you a plastic bag. If this is all you have, these totes, we find them everywhere on the street. This one I found on the street, it had a crack in it, but it don't matter. So you want to get the tote, clean it real good, then spray it. That's going to create a real nice humid environment for our seedlings to grow in, and they'll really, really start sprouting a lot faster. When you see your things say 7 to 21 days germination, or 7 to 10 days, or 7 to 14 days, 10 to 21 days, all those different times where there's some big ass gaps in there. And it all has to do more with the condition, not necessarily the day, but what condition are the seeds in. And the better the condition, the faster the seeds are going to sprout. And this condition has been working great for me. If you have some tubs, you get you some tubs like this. Do the same thing. Open it up. Drop your tray in there, as you see I've done right here. Spray it real good. Create a nice humid environment. Spray the top. Boom. Works really great. Every couple days we're going to respray it until it's working. We use the term urban city gardening, but sometimes it's not urban city gardening, it's inner city street gardening. And that's where these come in, because we all see these everywhere, and they work absolutely wonderful, especially the dark ones, because your dark ones are good for your seeds that like to germinate in the dark, like your watermelon or your tomatoes or your cannabis. Some seeds like it to be really, really dark before they pop up, and these work great. Once you got your tray all the way together, simply just drop it on in there. Spray it off really, really, really good. Create that nice humid environment, and there you go. We're going to shut it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to water these some more, but that's why I want you to get you a water bottle or a 2 liter, put a small hole in it so you can really, really control the flow of the water. See, watch this. It seems like it's a lot, but it's not. Comes out really nice, and I can really control where that water goes, because we don't want too much, especially during seedling time, because we're going to do this over and over again throughout the process. And there it goes. That is my exact soil recipe and condition. Preferably, I like to get my plants out there, the fruits and vegetables, when they're 2 or 3 nodes high. The smaller, I want them smaller and healthy to get acclimated to the outside conditions, the sun and outdoors and stuff. I don't want to bring them out there too big, where they're already like 6 or 7 nodes high, looking like a whole plant, because believe it or not, it takes the plant longer to get acclimated to the soil and to the sun and the conditions outside when you leave it in your house for a long time. So we got till May the 10th here in Zone 6, Dayton, Ohio, where I'm at. We got till May the 10th to bring them outside. May the 10th backwards, April the 10th, March the 10th. That means you got 60 whole days if you start then. 2 weeks to germinate the seeds, and 45 days after that to get them 2 or 3 nodes high. And all that simply means is when your plant starts growing and the seedling first starts sprouting, it's going to have those 2 little leaves. That's 1 node. When it grows another little leaf, that's 2 nodes. Each spot is a different node, and I like to take my plants outside at 2 or 3 nodes high. They're small, they're healthy, they can get acclimated to the outside conditions, and it really, really works good. This is Scano's Garden. Like, follow, subscribe at Scano's Garden. Let's start germinating those seeds, especially those marigolds and flowers, and let's get it together. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful season this year, and I'm just wishing everybody well, and I hope we all do great. Scano's Garden, out.